When I was trying to look at the description of Markiplier's Three Scary Games. Hello, everyone. My name is Wade DeWalby. Welcome back to another, I should say, problems on the internet. Now, I'm not going to say that people, but let's just get straight to why I created this stream. Well, I realized that when I was watching and I was really, for some reason, my Steam is not working. I don't know what's wrong. It's not signing in. Whoa. Okay, never mind. That was kind of creepy. Yeah, for some reason. Okay, there we go. Finally, it started up. When I was trying to see if I could, I don't know what I was doing, and I was looking at the description of the video, video, and I realized that I was looking for something in the description, and I saw what you usually see when you have copyright content. And you usually will always say music in this video. Now, a lot of people probably know about this, but they instead thinking that this will just destroy your entire account. And maybe it will if you have enough. It will give you like a copyright strike, but more or less, just don't put anything. Just keep checking your account. And if you see anything, delete the video or do something. If you're an expert of your videos, don't worry about it. You can edit it out more than I do. I just delete the video or stream. Just delete it, no problems there. And, all the copyright holders are happy because, But what I mean is Three Scary Games. Now, this is Markiplier. You probably know who he is. If you don't, I'm sad. And it was called Three Scary Games number 57. Now, I did search up the music in this video because the music, sometimes the music has a link in the music in this video. And it will actually, if you click on it, it would take you to the music that is messing up your video. But this one doesn't. It's called It's Coming 396888. Artist David Flasherjan, Ed Redford, third party on behalf of Various Studios, and a publishing of One Music Rights Socialists. That's a lot of things. It usually is a lot if it's like a big music, like if you're having a Seal or like, that type of music, you're just destroyed. Not destroyed. One time it did almost get taken down, but it was actually, never mind, So I'm having it off just in case. But whatever it was, I looked at the name up, and it says about creepy music. Now, it did say free music when I looked it up. Now, it makes no sense. So I looked up the song. Nothing about it. I copied and pasted the Edra thing. Nothing of it, just talked about what it is, which I probably know. But it's just funny how the littlest things that you're playing, you have no idea. That's why I don't do playthroughs, because there could be any music on there that's copyright, especially a game called Afraid of Monsters. There's some in that music that are copyright, and Markiplier was playing it. That's why he has like loud noises and destroys your headphones, is because at that time there was a copyright thing. Back in 2015, basically, they made this thing called, or I think it was before, but whatever it was an automatic, and that's where it was. It's an automatic advertisement thing. And what it does is when it catches you with copyright, which it always does, it's very accurate. Sometimes it isn't. Sometimes when the rocket launch happens, if you go to my Music 2 playlist, you'll be able to see a lot of people. A lot of them are blocked, which makes no sense. Just go on there. A lot of them are just for me to listen, but a lot of them are from videos that have been copyright, not claimed, but just there. So you guys could check it out and see how many people fail with their, and then you look that there's a lot of them that are blocked in your country. If you're living in somewhere else, you're probably not experiencing what I have, but I live in America. And if you guys are living in Russia, you probably are listening to some music that you could be able to listen. Yeah, it makes no sense because this is a freedom country, but yet there is a lot of them are blocked. It's just weird how YouTube works that way. I don't get it. I'm not a politician. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not nothing. I have no idea. Now, this has been going on for like since YouTube started because, back in 2005. Over the years, that's why you see a lot of videos that have copyright music because that wasn't a big deal back then. Now, a lot of people like, Kitty actually was with a K, tried to, because he died from cancer, there'll be no way of actually trying to get removed the music. And eventually, if there's a lot of music that are respond to that, they will take that channel down and people are triggered because that means that he can't control it. He's dead. When you're a dead person, you can't control anything. You're dead. So there's no other reason that YouTube should basically bar it with a bunch of, messages. Now, I believe that if you are Markiplier, which there would be no way in hell that you're watching this unless, but no way. Markiplier is not YouTube. Well, he's only makes. I believe it's the part where the baby is at the end. If you're watching this, it's probably where the baby is if you're watching this. So this must be where the copyright got caught, I believe. But I don't want to record the entire video just because to find it out and then, just where it is actually at. But I'm not going to do it because I'm basically stealing somebody's work, which is Markiplier. I'm not a douchebag. I'm not going to do that. No, I like him. So that's just weird, especially if you find the music called Liftoff on my Music2 playlist. There's actually one video that actually got copyrighted because of that it sound like it. No matter what you do, copyright also works on sound effects. At least two music. Well, it's sound effects. It's not music. If it says music in this video, it's music, not voice. YouTube, get your thing going. Go ahead and fix this stuff because if you guys want to mess with music, it's sound effect. There's between music and sound effect. They're different. Sound effect is a sound effects. And when there's music attached to it, and especially audio from other, like from NASA or something, that's bullshit because they don't own that type of recording. They just took it off from a recording when a NASA space launch happened, and they put it in their music. And then when you're trying to video something that has the same radio chat, you'll get copyright because of that. It's bullshit. That's just ridiculous. Why? That's whoever. Okay, people that are listening to this that has music that actually has other sound effects. Don't be a dick and trying to basically make people have to pay or get advertisements on their video. All right? It's not fair. If you guys are trying to make a music and try to put copyright things on it, putting ad rev and all that stuff, don't put that it's not your work. If it's your work and it's your music, yes, you can, and nobody's going to make you angry. You don't own that. NASA owns that tape. They only will NASA allow it to own it because that is their chat. And if you're recording stuff like that, especially, that's weird how the law is. It's just unfair. I like fairness. And when you have things that are around the entire community, it just gets, aggressive. And eventually, actually, I heard something about this. He said, or he or she said, if this keeps up in the future, eventually there'll be no way of making anything. Everything will be copyrighted, which means every single sliver of sound will be copyrighted in the next 30 years or 20 years. If people keep on doing this, eventually there'll be no more music to ever. That means people are going to have to make no music. And when there's no music, that means no people buying music because, Maybe they're going to have to buy them, but eventually you have music that you just bought, that you talk to the person, say, I need your music so I can have this thing. They say, yes, I'll fix that. Eventually, maybe about 2 years later, it gets copyrighted again, and then your channel gets taken down because why not? And then you talk to that person and he isn't there anymore, and it's just douchebag guy saying, no, go take it down. I don't care if your channel gets taken down, you copyright my stuff, and you go to hell. So that's basically what happens. I'm not sure. That never happened to me. I never got copyright strike ever in my life. I've been giving guideline warning, but I never get, yeah. But on my other channel, I have no warnings, nothing. Taken down straight with no warning. What did I do? I have no answer. Back in 2019, no answer. Yeah. It's that one person that pressed that button. That one person at YouTube. I'm mad, but I'm not mad. Because if I'm mad, you're not going to do it. Maybe if I just, beg, try to give him like $100 for that person that did that, he won't care. He or she won't even care. Because they're laughing at me because everyone thinks I'm a loser. You're correct, but I'm not, because I had a job. Once the coronavirus came around, I lost it. And then I'm a loser now, basically. So I have no job, basically. I am 100% loser because I have no job. I'm running out of money also. And back in the day, the copyright and the community guideline stuff wasn't that bad back then. But over time, it just got more stricter. Now, I understand that, making it, clean internet thing, but still. Some of the stuff is actually clean, but they took it down. It's not like, inappropriate things. What? I mean, seriously? There's all over the place. And then they're not taking it down. So that's why I should get that back, because it's just bullshit, because I have the warning from, that. It's just, why? Why even bother that? Why even YouTube just go up to my nose and just say, hey, this is bad. We should just, somebody must have reported it. And then YouTube was like, oh, this is bad. We should give them a warning. Why? What was bad from it? They didn't even explain. They say this wasn't, you see, YouTube doesn't even give you any reason. They barely give you a reason, but sometimes they do, but they give them all that. I'm thinking about, making a new type of YouTube type thing so people can actually, don't have to worry about that. But, there's other programs, but I don't like them. I want to make my own. So YouTube, will just sizzle out and be done, because I hate YouTube. I have freedom of speech. All right? This is America. If YouTube is going to take me down for me saying that, I'm getting a lawyer. Well, I don't have a lawyer. I'm too young. So YouTube definitely is going to destroy me. If you guys think I'm a loser, you're correct. But people call me names, and it just is aggressive. And people on Discord, I thought this was going to be a good idea. But I'm keeping myself together. At least I'm not basically, I don't know. But the reason why I made this stream is because I'm not worried about it. It's just uncomfortable. Because Markiplier will never, ever, 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 ever reply to comments. So there is a 1.0000 chance of him replying. That's a very small percentage. So either do it or not. The odds are very low, but it will at least give us something. Now, if you guys comment on that, and seeing what will Markiplier do? Well, if it's bigger number, I believe that video will eventually get taken down, and Markiplier will definitely be alerted, especially if its entire channel gets terminated. Markiplier will just be like, "What?" And if it, and he has to make a new channel, that would just be sad, because that just be like, everybody will be so triggered, and eventually it's going to be called probably YouTube War, because revenge. But even Markiplier, he even was so afraid when he actually contacted the owner of YouTube, which it was a she, I think, and because he was just so angry at YouTube, because everyone was being terminated from spamming something that Markiplier told them to do, to spam. And then all these channels were brought back, at least, but what about me? I'm still terminated. So I'm very, sad. And once I get my channel back, I'll definitely make my graduation recording and finish off I will finish the things I've done. And I will finally be able to basically get all my subscribers back, or at least half of them. But yeah. Was this stream useful? I don't think so. Look, I'm a very aggressive person when it comes to these things. It's just not like when you try to make things. Oh my God. He wants to talk to me again. Oh, something hurts right here. No, I'm in the middle of a stream. I cannot talk. Sorry, guys. I have to play with somebody on Gary's Mod again. Please don't destroy me. Please don't. I have a life. We all have lives.